We were all ready for the sequel, Pixel 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm Juan Bagnell here for Pocketnow, and it's time to break down what's new from the phone made by Google. Google took the wraps off a whole ecosystem of products, really taking that direct customer relationship seriously with this Made by Google program. We've got a new Google Home speaker, we've got the new Pixel book, and of course we've got the new phones. It's been a common trend for phone announcements this year that we're focusing more on the lifestyle aspect of a smartphone rather than all of the specs, all of the tech inside. I don't know if you all remember in the video we just published on the iPhone's augmented reality, I had this to say. We're entering the post-smartphone world where these have become more commodities and less status symbols. The next transition will be peeling certain services off of this glowing rectangle metaphor. And apparently Google was totally listening to me, as a major part of this keynote was focusing on the new additions brought on by machine learning and artificial intelligence. And that's where we find ourselves today with the Pixel 2. The smaller of the two phones is going to have a more traditional form factor, a 16:9 1080p display. It's going to be a little bit more petite, come in 3 different colors, a really blue, a clearly white, and a just black. It's on the larger Pixel 2 XL that we're going to see the taller aspect ratio screen, and that phone's only going to come in 2 color options, a just black and a black and white two-tone, which makes me really excited because I used to be a big old Ska-Roo boy. Google really didn't spend a lot of time on specs, and they really weren't important to this keynote or this discussion, but we do know what's coming down the pipe. We've got the Qualcomm 835, we've got 4 GB of RAM, 64 and 128 GB storage options, and a lot of people are going to be happy to see the return of front-firing stereo speakers. Both phone screens will be AMOLED panels, the smaller one being just a regular 16:9 1080p, the larger Pixel 2 XL moving up into a 2880 by 1440 2:1 aspect ratio. Battery capacities, not looking terrible, but also not leading the way. The smaller Pixel with a 2700 milliamp hour battery cell, the larger Pixel moving up to a 3520. That one probably giving you a bit more bang for buck. Also, not a surprise from the rumors and leaks, we will be getting the squeezy action introduced on HTC phones, a quick shortcut to get yourself to Google Assistant if that's how you want to interact with your phone. And even though it was a selling point on the original Pixel, the headphone jack is gone. Unceremoniously killed during this keynote. A quick little snippet about how you'll have some kind of adapter in the box for your traditional 3.5mm headphones. Initially exclusive to the Pixel 2, but I'm sure it's going to be going to other phones soon. Google took the wraps off of their lens scanning system. This is going to help you figure out things about the world around you by using the camera on the back of your phone. Tying together their wealth of image data and machine learning, this should help you get information on anything you point your phone camera at. Of course, this is going to be a very early implementation of the service, and just like Google Voice Search and Google Maps, they were very realistic about the capabilities of Google Lens to start. But like these other products, they seem to grow very radically over time as users start filling them with more information. Photography, of course, a major talking point for the original Pixel launch, just as important for this one. The Pixel 2 will be adding hardware image stabilization to what was already a terrific camera experience. Now, we were pretty critical of the original Pixel for it being called the best smartphone camera ever made for obvious lens defects and some issues with software stabilization in low light environments. If Google is able to correct for both of those issues, it instantly puts the Pixel 2 near the top of the list for a premium consumer photography experience. The original Pixel is such a favorite for consumers because of the way that it takes multiple images of your scene, stacks relevant information, and delivers some of the best HDR capable from a mobile device. The Pixel 2 is going to be taking that up a notch by delivering portrait mode background blurring without having that binocular depth information. The phone's going to scan the scene for you and intelligently pull out objects that are in focus and further blur the backgrounds of your shots. Because that trick is all software based, that means even your selfie shots will be able to benefit from that kind of image processing. Of course, that wasn't all. We're talking services, and a major aspect of the future of smartphone computing is going to be augmented reality. Similar to Apple's investment in ARKit, Google was on stage presenting AR Core, again tying real-world image acquisition with machine learning to overlay meaningful information. It should radically streamline the delivery of augmented reality apps and services to consumers, especially as they should be broadly compatible with most phones on the market today. One of the first applications for AR Core is going to be this new sticker system that you can use through the camera app, showing it off here using some cute little animated characters from Stranger Things. dialogues, and how those characters are not only able to interact with the world around them, they're also able to interact with themselves. Now, if that lack of a headphone jack is getting you down, Google also introduced a first-party wireless earbud solution called the Pixel Buds. Ties to your phone to introduce better real-time language translation. A demo on stage between an English speaker and a person speaking Swedish was actually pretty interesting. We'll all have that Hitchhiker's Guide Babelfish plugged into our ear whenever we travel. Not a bad little perk for a headset that's going to cost $160. The 64GB Pixel 2 is going to start at $649. I was a little bummed to see that the sort of blue model looks like it's going to be a Verizon exclusive. For our reviews, I went ahead and ordered a black model just because it was unlocked and it was going to ship a little bit sooner. If you want to step up to the higher resolution, larger screen, and the bigger battery on the Pixel 2 XL, that's going to add $200. $849 is what that phone's going to cost, and both phones should be shipping by the end of the month. Pre-orders are open now. So I want to leave this video off with a question to you fine folks. What are you most excited to see coming on the Pixel 2, and what are you bummed that's being left out or wasn't mentioned during this keynote? For myself personally, I'm really excited to see where they go with camera tech and image processing. That's going to be a huge real camera review for me. I'm always stoked to hear stereo speakers. I'm a little apprehensive about a first-party Google product getting rid of that headphone jack. Y'all know how I loves me a good headphone jack. As always, folks, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for our full Pixel 2 coverage, including reviews and comparisons once these phones are in our hot little hands. For Pocketnow, I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell, some gadget guy on Twitter and Instagram, and I will catch you all on the next video. Eventually, we're not even gonna need people in our photos. We'll just have cute little animated emoji sticker things fight for our amusement.